Hey, good morning. Eric Arnold here in the Sports Barn. This is our primary studio. It is Monday. It's not Monday, it's Friday. Friday, August 6th. We've got free MLB picks for you here on this Friday. I think we got 3 free MLB picks for you on this Friday. Well, we're on a roll here, or at least if you consider one day a roll. We swept the board last night with pretty much with just a lot of ridiculous good luck, which I guess, we had coming to us, frankly, I think, because we were having some ridiculous bad luck. And you try to, when you're in the midst of a losing streak and the breaks are beating you, you try to, not get too down, and you try to be philosophical. It's tough when you're losing. But I always kind of thought that the odds, the randomness, the bad luck, it will be evened out by good luck. In other words, we had the Giants last night or yesterday afternoon, and here they're down 4-0. And I guess, what the stat I saw was the Giants had lost 800 consecutive games when entering the ninth inning with a 4-run deficit. So this was the 801st game now. So they won it, with, luck, basically. So, Pittsburgh Louis sent me a comment from Chris Bryant, said, we didn't deserve to win that game. No, I deserved to win that game. I had some pretty bad luck here earlier in the month, so I'm okay with taking that W. So the rest of the card, pretty much same thing. The Phillies coming from way back in the ninth inning to win, more luck. So I don't know. Who said that? I'd rather be lucky than good. Did Richard Petty say that? I don't know who said that. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's true. If you're good, that seems like that lasts forever. That you're always, if you know how to do something and you're good at it, then you can always do it. But luck seems like that's one of those things that comes and goes. So I don't know. Were any of the picks just good and not lucky? Maybe the Blue Jay pick, that was a pretty, respectable winner. The Braves pick, they came from behind too. They were down to their last 4 outs and came back and won, but they won pretty solidly with a big inning there. So I don't know. What does it all mean? Let's talk NFL. I had a comment about where's the NFL preseason. To be honest, I didn't even realize we were starting the NFL season. We're not. We're not. Let's specify it that way. The NFL season has not started. The NFL preseason is meaningless, absolutely meaningless. Yeah, you can bet on it. Just like you could bet on Patriot League college basketball or Mid-America football, but it just doesn't matter. It's hard. I think it's hard to handicap in that you just have no idea who's going to play. That's pretty much traditional handicapping tips on the NFL preseason that from what I've read, from my experience, figure out who the quarterbacks are, who's going to play quarterback. Generally, the coaches kind of telegraph that in advance. Well, we intend to get the starter the first 2 series, and then we think we'll go with the backup through the middle of the 3rd, and then we'd like to mix in the last 2 jabronis there at the end. And, so it's like then you figure out, can any of those guys play? If you've got some relatively experienced veterans in there, well, then that's something you should look at. Whereas if you got some guys that have never taken NFL snaps and probably are just going to be overmatched, well, you got to take that into consideration. coaches as well. Some coaches, and I can't name any because I just don't know. Some coaches, I think, take the preseason more seriously than others. Some just don't care. I mean, I know famously Marv Levy, former great coach of those great Buffalo Bills teams back in the early 90s, he could give a shit about the preseason. They would routinely go 0-4 in the preseason, and then they go out and win 12 games. The Bills dominated the AFC in those years, and they routinely would go 0-4 in the preseason. He just did not care, and it didn't hurt him at all. I don't think Dick Vermeil cared a whole lot about the preseason games. He cared about the preseason because he used that to basically weed out the malcontents. He would run such a tough camp that he would try to, oh, you can't take it, you can't hack it, well, then you don't belong here. So there are things to be learned from the preseason, but it's not on the scoreboard. You have to pay attention to other things. For example, I saw something the other day, and I just glanced at the headline. I didn't read the article, but the Giants seem like there's things swirling in their camp, and I don't think it's good. It just, that's a gut instinct. They had some brawl where the quarterback got involved in it. It's like, well, whoa, wait a minute. Your traditional fight in an NFL camp is two guys that have been banging away at for 2 hours in the 98-degree sun, and it's fuck you, your mother, and then all of a sudden, punches get thrown, and coaches generally let that go. It's like, just all right, and then let's just let them get some steam out here, and excuse me. But when the quarterback's involved, that's just stupid. That's a lack of, basically intelligence on the team or leadership, where the quarterback, anyone touches the quarterback in a rough fashion in camp, the leaders on that team need to be up in somebody's face or kicking ass, saying, what in the hell are you doing? That's the meal ticket. You may not like that guy, but he's the guy that's going to get us paid. So do your job. Don't touch the quarterback in a meaningless scrimmage or a practice. What are you doing? So I guess I probably should have read and seen exactly what happened in this Giant scenario to see what's happening there. But that would be an example, of that's significant. If Joe Judge there at the Giants, if doesn't have control of his team, well, then they're not going to do very well this season. So something to think about. All right, what do we got here for Friday? Let's see. Friday. Okay. Well, we're going to come back here with the Yankees. I think we got a little bit lucky. Almost one thing I think could be in the Yankees' favor is I don't think Chapman will pitch. He's awful. They cannot put him out there. He cannot. He's useless, as from what I can see. The guy cannot throw his fastball over the plate. The only pitch he has is his curveball. If all you got to do is just sit on it, and just if it's a fastball, just take it, because it's going to be in the dirt. It's going to be high outside. It won't be anywhere near the strike zone. So I can't see where. But he won't pitch tonight. He pitched last night. The Yankees somehow survived him. He got 3 outs before he gave up. He would have, if they had 4 outs, the Mariners would have scored. There's no doubt about that. But I don't think he'll pitch tonight. The Yankees have been playing better. Their pickups at the trade deadline are carrying them. So right now, the Yankees are on a bit of a roll. This isn't too hateful a price. Maybe some of these other guys like LeMahieu and the guys that have been there start carrying their weight, and perhaps the Yankees put some crooked numbers on the board and get another W here. So we'll take the Yankees. The game we like here are the Reds. What can you say? I mean, the Reds seem to have something going there. The Pirates that's a dead franchise. They have more or less two players on the whole team. The center fielder Reynolds, he's a star, believe it or not. And you're probably saying, who's Reynolds? He's one of the best players in the National League. And then the third baseman, he probably will be a star. And other than that, it's just a cheap owner, don't care franchise. Players know it. Right now, the Reds, they're all feeling really good because they think they've got something going. They're winning. They could make the playoffs. This could happen. It's going to be tough to catch the Brewers, but they could make a wild card. So Reds are just 3.5 out of a wild card. Joey Votto is he's hot. If for whatever that gets you. So we'll take the Reds there. And then the Angels, we love this game. Trying to hit a big price there late night out in Los Angeles. This is one of these little brother kind of games where the Dodgers and Angels play every year. And the Angels have a pretty good record against the Dodgers just because they're Avis. They're number 2. They try harder. They want this game more than the Dodgers. The Dodgers are just kind of like, it's the Angels. We always beat them. They actually don't. They're always better than the Angels, but they actually don't always beat the Angels. So the Angels are going to be up for this game. Sandoval, he's been arguably the Angels' best pitcher. Ohtani gets the headlines, but Sandoval is just quietly getting it done, getting people out. Whereas David Price, he's at the tail end of his career. He's going to throw 3-4 mediocre innings, and then we're into the bullpen. So this is a nice spot here for the Angels maybe to steal one before they get up against like a Scherzer or a Buehler. So we think now would be a good shot with the Angels here. They've won 3 in a row. I mean, the Angels are still in this. They are still in this. They're only 6 back of a wild card. The cavalry's coming, I think. I mean, I don't know where this guy is, but Mike Trout allegedly is going to play again at some point this season. So I don't know where this guy is. The cavalry is very slowly coming. This team, the Angels, have always been, I forget did I talk to you all about this, that article that was in the ESPN about the minor league kids having to sleep on the floor, and they're getting like 2 McDonald's meals a day, and basically, and the article was geared towards the Angels organization. That's the people speaking out were in the Angels organization, so they were calling out the cheapness of is his name Artie Moreno, the owner of the Angels. And that's good. It highlights a good, probably a good reason why the Angels suck, why they've sucked for 10 years. It's like they're penny wise and pound foolish. They spend a fortune on stars, but then they neglect, which would cost them virtually nothing in the grand scheme of things. They neglect to take care of their future, of the minor leaguers coming up through the system. And I'm sure they're not the only one to cheap out like that. Billionaires are pretty, I don't know. I don't have a good opinion of billionaires. So they should put that in a poll. I wonder where that would rank. What's more popular? United States Congress, politicians, Anthony Fauci, billionaires. All these things are very unpopular. So I wonder if billionaires would be, say, more unpopular than the United States Congress. I wonder. But at any rate, The Angels have a reputation of having cheapness, which leads to losing. But, here, you got Madden. He's a new manager. He's always been a winner. I think he's helping that team. There's a feel-good kind of optimism around that team with Ohtani, having the great year that he's having. So right now, I think the Angels are still a viable play, that they're still in it. I don't think they've given up yet. Really, a lot of these, dead weight superstars, they're not there right now. There's no Trout, there's no Rendon, there's no Albert Pujols. Who's some of the other guys that have been there in past years? Is Upton still there? I think he is still there, although I'm not sure he's getting at bats right now. So right now, this is just a collection of plucky guys that are happy to get at bats. They want to be there. The leader's Ohtani. He seems to be pretty popular. Madden seems to be doing whatever he does with this team to try to keep them all happy with his hugs and magic shows and all this weird stuff he does, which seems to work. So, hey, let's do it with the Angels tonight. Let's do it with the Angels. All right. That's what we got. There you have it. Hey, like I said, 8-game winning streak, counting what Pittsburgh Louis is doing in the comments. So let's see if we can run that up to double digits tonight and go on into the weekend. Good, great. I don't think I ever finished my thought on the NFL playoffs or the preseason. We're not going to do it. I mean, we're just, I'm not handicapping the NFL preseason. I don't care. But I don't like it. It's not interesting to me. So football will start when it actually starts. That's what we're saying there. So, all right, signing off.